all different. So we can all say based on what we would do, what he should do. But the fact of the matter is, for myself, my answer to that question is, when I say he's answering it accordingly, or excuse me, he's handling it accordingly, he's handling it the way that Teofimo Lopez can handle it. So the best thing that I would do, or my advice for him or anyone within him is try to work according to him. You know what I mean? If he wants to talk, if he wants to be delusional, figure out ways to bring that reality back and bring him back to where he needs to be effective in the ring on fight night. Let's be real. This Cambo guy, physically, talent-wise, skill set, probably is not there. That's not the guy that's going to challenge him.
Right.
But down the line, we saw in his last fight where he was challenged mentally and he broke. So, the main thing is, what is he doing to strengthen himself mentally once he gets back to that big level, So that remains to be seen.
Shawn, what do you think of the speculation when they finger point at the father and they go, he needs a trainer change, he needs a trainer change? Is that fair, or what do because that...
Again, it's up to Tio. I had people tell me that I needed to change trainers, and I knew that my dad had components that no other trainer would have for me. The next great thing was Barry Hunter. And what did we do? We brought Barry in. We knew that Barry would add to the team. And so, if T.O. is not worried about his team...
Well, they had Joey Gamache when they beat Loma, and then he wasn't there for most. Right?
Yeah, it's on them. It's on them. You can't... We can speculate and all these types of things, but he looks happy. If he's happy going to the ring with the guy next to him, you can't knock him.
Shawn, when you say he looks happy, he is also coming off of a loss that kind of like you said, or not you said, but mentally did something to him.
Sure.
Sure. What kind of demons are you fighting coming back from your first professional loss like that?
Well, for him in that loss, the all of those guarantees that he had made and has made, and this is the takeover and all these things. When you say all these things and you want to manifest all those things, when it doesn't happen, now those things haunt you. Those things become kind of you have to live up to all of those things you said, So if anything, I'm wondering, if he's hesitant to be boisterous, is he hesitant to, kind of be himself? I enjoy watching T.O., Is that just a character, or is that really him? So I think if anything, we're about to find out.
Is it a case where if you get the knockout, it's easier to go back to being yourself like that?
Yeah. We saw that at Blair Cobb just this past weekend, where I felt like he came out hesitant. He came out obviously with a game plan, wanting to kind of work accordingly. But then once he lands some shots and he drops his opponent, then it kind of clicks for him to kind of be myself again, So I think it's gonna have to connect for him to start to really be himself again.
And they're talking about Tio and Ryan. Would you give the edge to either guy in that matchup, Shawn?
I would give the edge to Tio because I think he's got more weapons offensively. Both guys are explosive, but I think he's more explosive than Ryan Garcia. So that's why I would give him the edge in that fight.
Shawn, going back to Ryan and or rather Tio and Ryan, Oscar is coming this weekend, but as we all know, talks with Gervonta and him are still going on. Is that maybe a negotiating tactic? You think Oscar coming here, and maybe it's kind of
I don't know the business that well, but I do think that. Well, let's think about it like this: Would Oscar rather work with Top Rank, or would he rather work with PBC, Mayweather, that whole thing? So, you just think about it like that. However, the other side of that is, why not come? Why not see T.O.? Why not try to make that fight happen? The fight's great too. You know what I mean? It's a very close second. I think the world really wants Tank and Ryan, but T.O. and Ryan, I mean, is that even really a second? You know what I mean? So it's 140 and 135 is getting live.
Definitely.